Hi, I'm Madeline, and this is a Teens Can Cook 2 video about how to make your own recipe. I make my own recipes a lot, and it's almost second nature to me now because I've been doing it since I was 11, but I know a lot of you out there have not been doing that since you're 11 and you want to learn how, so I'm here to help you. There's 6 steps to making your own recipe. The first is figuring out what you want to eat. So today, I'm making my own recipe, and last night I figured out that I wanted to have polenta for dinner today. But recently I've had a lot of polenta with like tomato sauce, and I was bored of that. I had pesto chicken last night, didn't want to put pesto on the polenta. So then I decided, what if I make a green sauce that's almost like pesto, but it's also like a green vegetable puree. Step 2 is figuring out what you already have and how you can put that into your idea. So I told my mom last night to buy me some polenta and basil because I knew I wanted that. I have your kitchen essentials like garlic, onions, lemons, olive oil, salt and pepper, all that kind of stuff. And I also have some heirloom tomatoes, which are delicious, so I'm hoping to incorporate that in there somehow. And now, we're going to go to the Mercer Island Farmers Market. I'm going to meet up with my friend Annika, and we're going to go do step 3, which is looking for stuff to incorporate with your idea.
Hi, I'm Annika,
and we're here at the Mercer Island Farmers Market. Right now we're in front of Lily's Greens, where we picked up some baby spinach. And I also went to some other stands and I got some kale. And so I'm getting the spinach and kale for my new recipe of the polenta. And I came here and I was looking for like arugula, and then I didn't find it, so I was flexible and I found some spinach and kale, which are going to make a really good texture and a ton of nutrients in the green sauce. So when you go to the store, just be flexible, have an idea of what you want, but keep your horizons open so that you can adjust as needed as you keep creating the recipe. Now we're on step 4, which is completing the idea of the recipe. Whenever you make something, you want to make sure it's a very round tasting experience. So you don't want a bunch of dark, heavy, type flavors, but you also don't want a bunch of like citrusy, bright, pungent flavors all in one. You want to combine everything so that you get a really, really round tasting experience and you taste all the different colors of the dish.
So I made an apple banana muffin with a peanut butter glaze. I made this because one day Madeline approached me asking me if I could make a healthy muffin or cupcake with little to no refined sugar and little to no saturated fat. I adapted this recipe from a vanilla cupcake recipe that I make a lot. I took out all the butter and all the sugar, and I replaced the butter with applesauce, and I added honey instead of the sugar to sweeten it. Since the muffin isn't as sweet as I would like it to be, I added an apple, cinnamon, sugar, honey filling to make it a little bit sweeter. I've made this recipe 3 times so far, and it's not really what I would like in a recipe, but I'm going to keep trying until it gets there.
This is step 5, which is cooking and eating. This is our finished product. It's very beautiful. Talk about getting all your colors in. We have red, orange, yellow, green. I think all together it's going to make a really, really nice dish. I added some white beans for protein, and that just adds to that really nice creamy texture. And I also added some onions, which will give it a little bit more crunch. And I think it's going to turn out really well. One thing that I like to do is make sure that I cook these things for my family whenever I'm experimenting so that I get multiple different perspectives on what went well and what I can change. And then step 6 is to revise and re-experiment until you get the recipe perfect. So it may take 1 more try, it may take 5 more tries, but making your own recipe is super fun, and I hope this gave you a little more insight on what I was able to do to make this recipe happen. Let's recap. Step 1 is to figure out what you want. Step 2 is to figure out what you already have and how you can take that and put it into what you want. Step 3 is optional, which is where you go to the store or the farmer's market and you look for things to add to your recipe. If you don't have that time, then step 2 will also be to figure out what you have and then adapt your idea around solely what you have. And step 4 is to complete your idea in the kitchen and think about all of the different types of flavors that you can combine into one meal. Step 5 is to cook and eat. And then step 6 is to revise and re-experiment. Thank you guys so much for watching. please subscribe because this is a brand new channel, and while I've been doing this for a long time, I really need all of your support to get a really good start of subscribers, so hopefully I can keep branching out. Also, go to the description box. I have all my links to all my other social media handles. I just made a new Instagram. I have my Twitter, and my Facebook page, and of course, Teens Can Cook Too, the blog. And I'm also going to be posting this recipe on the blog, and then Annika is going to revise her recipe, so hopefully next week you'll be able to find her muffin recipe online. Thank you guys so much for watching, and share this with your friends. Bye!